Your pineal gland is the most underestimated organ of your body. And if you decalcify the pineal gland and activate the gland correctly, you can move literally mountains and activate your superpowers. And this expands your awareness in such a way that most people could not imagine. It can open doors into other dimensions for a new level of your knowledge and your wisdom. And today I would like to share with you the 7 best tips to activate and decalcify your pineal gland. And especially the last tip is very, very special. It is a super activation technique that hardly anyone knows or tried. The pineal gland is a small pine cone shaped organ, and it is sitting in the center of your head. It is a very small gland, but it is the control center in your body for your endocrine system and the production of melatonin for a good night sleep, and it also regulates the aging process and the happiness hormone serotonin. And hormones influence significantly our well-being and your physical and your mental health. And maybe you have heard of DMT, dimethyltryptamine. It is the substance that makes spiritual experiences possible. And this substance is produced from an healthy and activated pineal gland. DMT opens fractals of your consciousness, which are normally not accessible, and makes out-of-body experience possible, and also the opening of your third eye. We people can at maximum perceive 1 to 5% of the electromagnetic spectrum that surrounds us, only through our eyes and our ears. And today I want to share with you the 7 best tips to activate and to decalcify your pineal gland. And one of those tips is an absolute super activation. And every tip builds on each other, and every next tip is of more importance. But basically, it does not matter where you start. Any tip supports all the other tips. And the first tip is all about your diet. And this is a very important topic. And also, even if you never have heard before of your pineal gland, but if you start to change your diet in a healthy way, then you will have a very profound and positive effect on your consciousness. So you will feel better and change more parts of your life to the better. And a healthy diet do not necessarily mean you should only eat vegan or no meat, or you should only eat once a day or only small portions, but it means to eat consciously and to honor your personal needs. Everybody is absolutely unique, and we often forget that when we try some special diets somebody other recommends to us. And surely it is important to eat healthy and natural things without processing and artificial additives. As organic as possible is important, but also without being too restrictive, what other diet gurus are predicting. You should not be too restrictive. It is all about learning more to feel and to hear of your own body, because your body has its own consciousness and your body knows what it needs. And it is so important that we start to feel and to connect more with our body, and to speak and to understand what our body needs. That is very important. And if you think you need, or your body tells you that you need meat, so there is nothing to excuse. And if your body needs meat, that is no problem. But please look what meat you are eating. And another very important thing is to eat wild herbs. This is a mega booster. And this can activate your pineal gland on a very high level. And those herbs are very easy to find, and it is not difficult. I have a playlist, but only in German, about wild herbs, how they look and what you can eat. And there are also supplements you can use, like chlorella or other things that can help your body to detoxify. And but for this, I think I should make another video. And please, if you are interested, then comment under this video. The most important thing is when it's about your diet, is about the water, that you drink clear, good water. And this changed the whole thing. And you can see here my clear water, my high energy water I'm drinking, and that is very important. And you have to look for energetic, high vibrational water, because this activates your cell structure in your body and gives high energy informations to your body. And this is very important for clearing and healing your body, and to get in a higher frequency. This is the most important part about the diet, and to activate your pineal gland. And one more thing, which is also very important, is not only to eat the right food, it is about how you prepare your food. If you are preparing your food with love and in a good mood, and to eat in peace, and to be grateful for those gifts from Mother Earth. And there is still a lot more to say, but this is very important. Another important thing is also to avoid artificial fluorides, like the fluoride salt or in the toothpaste, because the artificial fluorides are not good for your pineal gland. And now we are coming to the second tip. The second tip is to avoid external influences, such as electrosmog. If you are very sensitive to electronic devices, or maybe WLAN, you can also use special protection, like special stones. But most important in my experience is the water. The water you're drinking should be of high energy. This is the best protection if you are sensitive to electrosmog. But there is here a lot more to speak about. But I want to keep it in this video simple. And you should also avoid artificial light in the night. Sitting at the laptop till late in the night is not good to activate your pineal gland. Also to watch a lot of films. And we are so trained to distract ourselves by consuming TV and videos, and only looking at the pictures and the films they present us. And this does not activate our pineal gland. our pineal gland needs to be activated, that we use our imagination and to see our own pictures, to create our own pictures, our own stories in our brain. That is very important. And maybe you know, in the old days when people sat around a big campfire in the evening and they are listening to the old stories somebody is telling, that helps to activate your pineal gland. And also in the evening you should not use so much light, so much artificial light. It is better to light a candle, and that your surrounding is more dark. That is very important. And the third important factor is to move your body, to walk, to do sports, and to sweat every day. We are normally so busy that we do not value this importance, what our body needs. Our body wants to move much more than most people do, and this activates our full energy body and helps to clear out toxins on every level. And you also know how you feel after you did some sport or you went for a walk. You feel fresh and you feel full of energy. And if you move your body, you have to breathe deeper. And deep breathing is so important. It activates your power center in the lower abdomen. And it is important to inhale and to exhale consciously and deep. Very, very important every day. And this activates your pineal gland. And the fourth tip is to increase your awareness, especially with meditation or binaural beats. You might be heard before, or music in a special frequency. 432 is a very, very powerful frequency. This can activate your pineal gland and can stimulate your pineal gland. You can use it and you can look what if it helps you. The fifth important factor is to connect with nature. Nature helps you in a very gentle way to find your inner balance, fresh air, and to go to the forest and to connect to the trees, to the flowers, and the elements, the water, the air, the earth. It is so important. That brings all your energy centers, your chakras, in harmony. And to walk barefoot on the earth and to feel the earth. This is so important. We forgot that we are nature. We do not only live in the nature that surrounds us, we are also part of nature. And we connect when we go in the nature to the electrospheric levels of the nature. And this is very high vibrational, and it helps us to heal and to activate our pineal gland, to connect to the fairies and to the natural spirits. This is very, very effective for your pineal gland. The sixth tip is, and maybe you notice that every tip is more important than the tip before. And this next one is all about your heart. Your pineal gland can only work properly if you activate the power of your heart, because there is a direct connection between your heart and the pineal gland. And your pineal gland cannot work long-term good if this connection is not activated. Without your heart, there is no proper working of your pineal gland. How can you connect your heart with your pineal gland? It is all about your feelings. To recognize your feelings, every feeling, and not to avoid negative or dark feelings, to be open, to accept everything you are, everything you feel, because every feeling is your own energy. Every fear, every sorrow, every sadness, get soft, get open, and allow those feelings to be there. Lay your hand on your heart and connect to your heart. And to be aware and to feel is so important. To feel with an open and compassionate attitude. And you will see that your weak energy body will become stronger, because negative emotions and feelings will transform. If you allow them to be there, they will transform in positive feelings, and those feelings will become such as powerful. You will become powerful. It is all about to allow your feelings to be there, to accept them and to transform them. And also to ask, what is the message for you? What do you believe about yourself? Because all of those feelings are only there because there is something you believe in. There is no feeling out of the box. There is always a reason. There's always a reason for unfeeling. And your heart is the connection to your soul. And that is a mega activation for your pineal gland if you allow your negative emotions to transform. And now, what is the seventh tip? The seventh tip I have for you today. It is a super powerful activation for your pineal gland. And this tip is all about encounters with extraterrestrials. Yes, you heard right. And maybe you ask yourself now, how is that supposed to work? It is all about my own personal experience. When I started to get aware that I have star siblings, that there are star beings to which I have a personal connection, that changed a lot in my awareness and activated my pineal gland on a much higher level. Because everybody has these connections. You are part of a bigger family, your soul family, that not only exists in this dimension and not only is connected to this earth, because there is life in the universe. There is no space in the universe where there is no consciousness and no life. And when I started to connect to those higher vibrational beings who are also part of my oversoul, it opens me for a completely different experience of my life. And to activate, it is a super activation of the pineal gland. My pineal gland, because of those frequency, of those higher dimensional beings that trigger your own frequency so much. And if you are ready for these encounters, your pineal gland will literally explode and will be activated on a higher level. What can you do to connect to your cosmic star soul family? Every one of those beings of your soul family has its own life, and that could be completely different than your life. But there is an energetically connection, and if you are ready and open and you have the intention to connect to them, it will be possible. I have experienced this so often as a medium that those star beings have helped people, their soul family, on the physical plane. They are great helpers when it comes to healing and the activation of your pineal gland. Only the encounters with them can expand your consciousness in a level you cannot imagine before. How can you establish this kind of first contact? And is it possible to connect to bad or negative cosmic beings who are maybe also in relationship with you? It is all about your frequency. You can only experience things and also beings who are in the same frequency range like you. And if you are open and if you are full of love, you can only connect to those beings who are also on this level. There is always nothing to fear, and you can do nothing wrong. And you can ask, maybe before you go to bed, loud to your angels and to your spiritual guides, that they should help you. They will help you to connect to your star family, and that you can remember in the morning about those connections. Please ask loud for this. This will open the door for those connections to your star being family. It is not difficult, and it will open your mind and activate your pineal gland more and more. And you can experience conscious contact, not only in your dreams, but it can begin with your dreams, but then it can level up, that you also can be aware in your day when those contacts happen. Those are my 7 tips for you today, and please share this video with other people. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I wish you a wonderful activation and a powerful activation of your pineal gland, and please share your comments with me. I love you.